Welcome back. I'm Trip, and today we're exposing the real story behind the Maldives, the world's most luxurious, most expensive, and most misunderstood vacation spot. We all know the Instagram shots: turquoise water, white sand, overwater bungalows. But what's the truth behind the fantasy? Today I'll reveal the hidden costs, the realities resorts don't want you to know, and how you can avoid the most common and costly mistakes. This isn't about killing the dream. It's about making sure you get what you pay for and don't get blindsided. We'll cover everything from sneaky markups to the environmental impact, and even what life is like for the staff who make your vacation possible. Ready to see what's really behind the Maldives' glossy image? Let's dive in. Let's start with the wallet shocker: hidden fees. These unexpected charges can really put a damper on your dream vacation. It's like finding a beautiful dress on sale only to discover the price tag doesn't include the cost of alterations, accessories, or even the hanger. That seemingly reasonable $500 a night resort? It's just the beginning, the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the true cost of your stay. Prepare yourself, because that initial price is rarely what you'll actually end up paying. The real price, the full picture, is often buried deep within the fine print. It's a scavenger hunt to uncover all the potential costs. First, there's the transfer fee. You can't just hop in a taxi or call a rideshare. Forget about it. Instead, resorts often require you to take their exclusive seaplane or speedboat, often costing a staggering $500, $1,000 per person, just for the round trip. That's before you've even set foot on the sand. Then, brace yourself for taxes and service charges. These can add at least 26% to absolutely everything. Your room, every meal, all your drinks, and even that relaxing spa treatment. Suddenly, that appealing $500 room is now a not-so-appealing $630. And that's before you've even thought about ordering a bottle of water. What about extras? Want to rent a kayak for a leisurely paddle, or perhaps borrow a yoga mat for a morning stretch? Sometimes that's yet another unexpected fee. Even a simple bottle of sunscreen at the resort boutique can easily be 5 times the normal price you'd pay back home. Once you're on that idyllic island, remember, you're essentially a captive audience. There are no outside restaurants to explore, no local shops to browse, just resort prices and resort prices only. The advertised price, that initial lure, is often nothing more than a carefully constructed fantasy. Realistically, you should probably double that advertised price when creating your actual budget. It's better to overestimate than to be caught short. So you booked a seemingly affordable $3,500 week. Be prepared to potentially face a shocking $7,000 bill at the end of your stay. Always read the fine print with meticulous care. And don't hesitate to email the resort directly, requesting a full and transparent breakdown of all potential costs. Furthermore, don't blindly trust those booking site summaries. They often conveniently omit crucial details. Remember, resorts are counting on you missing these seemingly insignificant details. It's part of their strategy. So, do your homework, be diligent in your research, or you'll end up paying for it, literally. That's the unfortunate reality of the real business model at play here. They lure you in with the promise of paradise, then strategically pile on the fees at every opportunity. The Maldives overwater villas are legendary, conjuring images of unparalleled luxury and exotic escapes. They're the picture-perfect embodiment of a tropical paradise. But with their premium price tags, are they truly worth the hype? Or are you paying for an illusion? Let's dive into the reality behind these iconic structures. The dream? Total privacy, a secluded sanctuary far from the crowds, direct lagoon access, a refreshing dip just steps from your bedroom, and unparalleled peace, the gentle lapping of waves your only soundtrack. The reality? It can be a different story. Villas are often packed side by side, a far cry from the isolated paradise you envisioned. With neighbors just feet away, privacy becomes a precious commodity. You'll hear their music, their lively conversations drifting across the water, and even service carts rumbling by at all hours, disrupting the tranquility. The ocean isn't always tranquil. Paradise isn't always calm. Waves can pound the stilts, creating a constant noise and vibration, making sleep tough. Snorkeling right off your deck sounds idyllic, right? Sometimes it's just sand and disappointingly little marine life to see. The best reefs teeming with vibrant coral and fish are often a swim or boat ride away. Overwater villas weather fast, exposed to the elements year-round. Mid-range resorts can quickly look worn, losing their initial luster, with rusty fixtures and faded wood becoming commonplace, detracting from the luxury experience. Ironically, beach villas are often quieter, offering a more serene escape, more private, offering true seclusion, and often cheaper, a win-win. With lush vegetation providing natural screening and direct beach access just steps away, many seasoned travelers, seeking authentic relaxation, actually prefer them. But resorts often push overwater bungalows, capitalizing on the Instagram factor and the desire for that perfect shot. So before you splurge on that overwater villa, ask yourself a crucial question. Do you truly want the experience of a lifetime, or just the fleeting validation of the perfect photo? Research thoroughly, read reviews from fellow travelers, and carefully check resort maps to understand villa locations before booking your dream getaway. So, you're dreaming of pristine beaches and crystal clear waters in the Maldives? Prepare for sticker shock, because paradise comes at a price, especially when it comes to food and drinks. Resorts import nearly everything, which contributes to the higher costs, but the markups, they're absolutely wild. You might find yourself questioning whether you accidentally wandered into a parallel universe where money has a drastically different value. $20 for water, and that's not even the fancy imported stuff. $10 for a Coke. A simple pleasure that suddenly feels like a luxury indulgence. $50 for a basic pizza, and we're talking about a plain cheese pizza, not some gourmet masterpiece. And brace yourself, $150 or more for a buffet dinner. That's per person, mind you. Alcohol is only available on resort islands, a deliberate policy to maximize revenue. So they have a total monopoly. No bringing your own snacks or drinks, and your bags may be checked upon arrival to enforce this rule. All-inclusive packages seem expensive up front, but a la carte prices are so astronomically high, they're often the only way to avoid a complete financial meltdown during your vacation. But beware, all-inclusive rarely means is truly included. Premium drinks, meals at fine dining restaurants, and those tempting minibar snacks are almost always extra charges. Always request menus and price lists before you even book your trip, and then do the math to estimate your potential food and beverage costs. If you're a light eater with simple tastes, pay-as-you-go might surprisingly work out in your favor. But for most travelers, all-inclusive is almost mandatory for budget control. Plan your food and drink budget as meticulously and carefully as you plan your flights and accommodations. Don't assume anything is automatically included in your package. Always ask for specific details and clarifications. The real profit center for these resorts isn't necessarily the rooms themselves. It's in the revenue generated from your meals and drinks. It's not your room, it's what you consume while you're in it. Know before you go, understand the pricing structure, or you'll definitely pay the price, both literally and figuratively. That $50 pizza? It's not a joke, it's a very real possibility. So budget accordingly and prepare for an unforgettable, albeit potentially expensive, culinary adventure in the Maldives. The service in the Maldives is world-class, but what about the people behind the smiles? Most staff are expats from South Asia living in basic shared dorms hidden from guests. Shifts are long, 10 to 12 hours, 6 or 7 days a week, often for months at a time. Wages are low by Western standards. Most income comes from the 10% service charge split among all staff. Direct cash tips make a real difference. If you get great service, tip personally. Life is isolating. Staff rarely leave the island, and the luxury they serve is out of reach for them. The flawless guest experience is built on this invisible workforce. Resorts aren't necessarily bad employers, but the divide is real. Be kind, learn names, and show appreciation. Your gratitude and your tip matter more than you think. Remember, paradise is powered by people. The Maldives' beauty is fragile, and mass tourism takes a toll. Resorts generate tons of waste daily. Some manage it well, but many ship it to Thilafushi, a landfill island polluting the ocean. Building overwater villas damages coral reefs, and boat traffic, sewage, and even tourist sunscreen contribute to reef destruction. Resorts run on diesel generators, burning fossil fuels 24/7's ironic for a nation threatened by climate change. Green initiatives are often just marketing. Reusing towels doesn't offset thousands of gallons of diesel. Resort construction disrupts beaches and wildlife, requiring constant, unnatural fixes. Want to help? Choose resorts with real sustainability certifications, ask tough questions, and use reef-safe sunscreen. Participate in conservation programs if offered. The Maldives paradise is finite. Protecting it takes more than slogans. Be a responsible traveler, not just a guest. Want to experience real Maldivian culture? Resorts are designed to keep you isolated from it. The one island, one resort policy means you'll rarely meet locals outside of staff. Excursions to local islands are brief, sanitized, and controlled. No real immersion. Alcohol and bikinis are only allowed on resort islands. Local islands have strict rules. Most of your money goes to international hotel chains, not local communities. For authenticity, stay in a guest house on a local island. Cheaper, more immersive, but with local customs to respect. Otherwise, expect a luxury bubble with little cultural connection. Know what you're signing up for, a resort vacation, not a cultural adventure. If you want real Maldivian life, step outside the resort model. Otherwise, enjoy the beach, but know what you're missing. Peak season in the Maldives means perfect weather and sky-high prices. But the off-season, May-November, is the best-kept secret. Rates can drop by 40–60%. Monsoon sounds scary, but rain usually comes in short bursts. You'll still get plenty of sun. Resorts offer huge perks, free upgrades, meal plans, even complimentary transfers. Fewer guests mean more attentive service and a quieter island. For divers, off-season brings manta rays and whale sharks. Yes, you might get some rain, but the savings and perks are massive. Resorts call it the green season, and don't advertise it, do your own research. If you want value, flexibility, and fewer crowds, travel off-peak. Sometimes the best Maldives trip isn't during perfect weather. That's the real Maldives. Beyond the brochures. Hidden fees, overwater villa myths, environmental costs, and the truth about staff and culture. My goal isn't to scare you off, but to help you travel smarter and get real value. Budget wisely, choose the right villa, respect the people and the environment, and consider the off-season for big savings. Have you been to the Maldives? Share your tips and stories in the comments. Thanks for watching. Travel safe and travel smart.